Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nicole's room at University Hospital. As EJ informs her that Dimitri has not yet been located by the police, a dejected Nicole lies in bed. He swears that he will prosecute him. Nicole believes that nothing can bring her beloved baby back. Holly shows up carrying food in an attempt to console her mother. Nicole screams at her, unable to think of anything but eating. EJ tries to console her because Nicole is at a loss for words. All she wants to do is sleep, she tells EJ. She sobs while lying in bed, and he departs. Demary Mansion. Living room. Johnny is discussing the most recent developments between EJ and Nicole with Allie. Just in time to welcome Channel, he hangs up. Squeal. She reports that Liney is doing well and is still on schedule to graduate by the end of the year. Johnny gives her an update on the death of Nicole's and EJ's child. Channel informs him that his only option is to provide for his family. She makes the decision to prepare some meals in the kitchen. He yanks her back and expresses gratitude for her kind offer of assistance. Holly comes back to Johnny weeping, telling him how unfortunate her mother is. When she admits she doesn't know how to help, Johnny hugs her close. Channel returns to the room as Johnny consoles her, and Holly quickly leaves. Channel then remarks on Holly's apparent crush. Sloane and Melinda are talking about the baby over the phone in Sloane and Eric's digs. She is reassured by Melinda that everything is being handled. As soon as Eric gets back, Sloane inquires about Nicole. After hanging up, she informs Eric that their baby boy should be here shortly. When Eric inquires as to who is distraught, Sloane lies and says that the birth mother is finding it difficult to say goodbye to the child. Eric finds the situation reminiscent of Nicole, and Sloane grants her permission for him to pay her a visit. Shin boarding house. Gil is shot by Ava right before Harris gets there. Harris asks Ava for an explanation after confirming Gil's death. She affirms that Gil's death is unrelated to his, while Ava recounts what transpired. Flashing back to the events a few minutes earlier, Harris snatches the gun. Wobbly, he became controlling and attempted to physically harm Ava. Harris claims that from the moment he saw Gil, he sensed something wasn't right as she collapses into her arms. Melinda's place. Sloane shows there and tells about Eric's near accident. They continue talking about the plans Eric is putting together for the baby. Thereafter, Sloane informs Melinda, who is worried, that Eric is seeing Nicole. Melinda reassures Sloane that Nicole and EJ will get over their loss. Sloane chooses to think positively, gives Melinda gratitude for their friendship, and gives the infant a tender look. Eric arrives at Nicole's room at University Hospital, and Nicole begs him to stay. He expresses his regret for her passing. Nicole is curious as to why God would permit such a terrible event to occur. Eric tells her she's not alone, but he can't explain why there hasn't been any supernatural intervention. When EJ gets back, he finds Nicole solace in Eric's arms. After giving Eric a quick thank you, EJ leaves. Nicole tries to clarify, but EJ assures her that everything is ok. All he wants to do is try to help her. Harris assures an anxious Ava in the Salem Police Department's interrogation room that Jill can no longer harm her. She flashes back to just before the shooting. She recalls Gil threatening to kill Tripp. Harris receives a text message asking his attendance at her flat from the CSI team. Ava receives a call from Statesville after he departs. Johnny believes Channel is misinformed about Holly, but Channel reassures him that she is aware of the characteristics of a teenage girl's crush. EJ tells Nicole that he mentioned the baby to Johnny just now. He was reluctant to discuss it because doing so would legitimize it. His display of feeling moves Nicole, and they give one another a hug. Pouring a drink of wine, Melinda chats with the infant. As long as Sloane can manage her guilt, she believes he will lead a wonderful life. When Eric gets home, Sloane is attempting to assemble a crib. When she inquires about Nicole, he replies that he is unsure of how she will handle the loss. Eric is informed by Sloane that she saw Melinda and that he has to know something. Days of Our Lives spoilers suggest that when Leo Stark discovers the truth, he would use Nicole Walker's child as a form of blackmail against Sloane Peterson. There are rumors that Leo and Dimitri von Leuschner will require cash to leave the city, and that if Sloane cooperates, Leo will reveal her plot. But eventually, the baby will become unwell and require a transplant or something else, which would throw a spanner in his plans. Days of Our Lives spoilers say that Dimitri was terrified of getting jailed, so he left Nicole's baby with Melinda Trask and Sloane, thinking they would take him to the hospital. Dimitri was unaware that they would be keeping the child rather than returning it to Nicole. Leo might hear this knowledge and use it, though, it appears. Leo thinks Sloane can at least help them leave town because she has helped him get out of a lot of tight spots in the past. In the end, if Sloane wants them to withhold the truth about Nicole's child, this is the least that she can do. Dimitri and Leo like that infant. Nicole would be reunited with her child. Leo further assured her. Melinda is going to take the baby to a physician that Sloane supported, and she will pay him to declare Nicole's baby dead. The infant will be examined by this doctor as well before being given to Sloane and Eric. But eventually, the baby will become ill and require a transfusion or something similar that can only be given by a biological parent. Nicole is the child's mother, hence Sloane cannot have Melinda look for this purported birth mother. To save the baby's life, Sloane might have to tell Eric that he and Nicole are the parents of this child. Sloane would undoubtedly be truthful before allowing anything to happen to a helpless youngster, regardless of the consequences. Leo will have less clout if Sloane comes clean about the baby. This could imply that unless Megan DeMira, Miranda Wilson, manages to get Dimitri out of town, Leo and Dimitri will wind up in prison. Dimitri's freedom might depend on how he feels about Leo, because Megan has made it apparent that she won't assist Leo. Will he leave town without him, Dimitri? There are even whispers that Dimitri may be able to locate Nicole's kid on his own. Dimitri left this child with Sloane and Melinda. This infant should be with his mother, therefore Dimitri might come to regret his choice. Nicole's devotion for the child was evident to Dimitri. If it does, though, the truth will eventually out, and there may be significant repercussions. Stefan is informed by Clyde that he's looking for a new outside guy. In the event that Stefan joins him in the drug trafficking scheme, he will defend Gabby. Abe Carver will pay Nicole a visit again at the hospital so he may bring flowers and some consolation at a trying time. Paulina Price will also invite Abe to Thanksgiving dinner, which he will gladly accept and eagerly anticipate as a romantic evening. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.